So much there is to see, my friend. From the city to the shore, grab a stool, we'll find an end to keep us wanting more. Down under's calling, can't you hear? Echoes in the breeze, feel the magic everywhere, in the rustling of the trees. Mountains rise and rivers flow, adventures wait around. Meet the world on a winding road in every little town. Oh, the land, it sings to me with a tune as wild as sea. Hands up high and voices free. Down under's where I'll be. Down under's calling, can't you hear?
Oh yeah, sorry guys. I was just otherwise occupied. Hang on a sec. I've just got a couple of things going. Just give me a second. Oh, that's better. All right, fine. Okay, sorry guys. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here on this hump day after Cruise-a-thon. Well, um, there's a few of you out in the chat. First of all, young Mister Joe. I see that Joe's there. G'day, mate. How you going? How's the weather in Dubbo? G'day to Michael N. Welcome aboard. Thank you to all who participated or donated to the Cruise-a-thon this past weekend. That was awesome. Yeah, it was great. And thank you for all your help. It was really great. Amy, get your ship together. Is that ship? Does that look like a ship? Yeah, it does. It does. Lots of ship. And yeah, you're having a good old giggle. Good on you, Amy. Nice to see you there. Welcome aboard, folks. Guys had a crazy busy weekend. Well, that's cool. You know, you did what you could, and that's it. Oh, wait a minute. Who the hell's at the door? Seriously? Don't they know what things are going on? Life's tough at the top as it is, and there we go. What do we got? Oh, it's got to be. Wait a minute. Hang on. Let me see. Seriously, there's a face I haven't seen in ages. Crystal,
Hello, guys.
how
Well,
are you?
good. How are you? Just enjoying
Well,
my view from the
that's a
lake,
great view.
from the
Seriously,
from the Great Lake Huron side of
great.
things.
Wow. And what ship is that on?
The I sail the seven seas of the mysterious destination, the Lake Couch.
Oh wow. Okay, that's an awesome cruise ship. I really like that one. Let me just go in here for a second. Joe is complaining as usual. And the reason why he's complaining because it's bloody freaking whatchamacallit hot. It got to 40.3 C. Oscar Mike Golf. That's like 120 degrees.
No offense, but could you send it my way, please? Because it's currently let's see here. You guys are in Celsius, so Sean,
Yep.
you have it's -4 out. Feels like -17.
What did you say?
-17 degrees.
Negative, negative 17. Can you imagine what that does to my voice being so freaking cold? Seriously?
Right? I'll take the heat any day. Send it on over. Send it
Yeah.
on over.
Well, right now we're sitting on 19C. Feels like 16, which is a nice, pleasant temperature. At 4:23, Joe's got 40 degrees. Man, that sucks. Mate, AC like you wouldn't believe.
Michael Ann's
Uh,
got -21 there.
oh, jeez. That's freaking cold. Amy's saying good day to Crystal and Joe. We've got, yeah, -2F, which is cold. Yeah, folks, if you're in the sorry, wrong chat. If you're in the Ducks channel, please hashtag Duck all lowercase. And what it does is it brings up your channel details. So, for example, that's exactly what Joe did, and there's his channel details up there, folks. So, give him a look in and say good day. Now, that's I will say, is that your cat?
This is one of them. His name is Bagheera.
Bagheera, okay.
Wait, this is Bags. And my other tabby cat is on the couch over here, and he's Fat Man, and his name is Hobbers.
Hovers and bags.
Yep.
Has that got anything to do with?
Yep. Yep.
Okay,
That's
all right.
that's the cartoon.
Yep.
Yep, that Matt named them. So,
Oh, okay. Okay. Joe is saying rub it in, Sean, mate. I will rub it in. 36 at 8 p.m. Jeez, that is a hot night. 34. Still, 34 degrees at night is hot. I hope you can. I hope you can cool down a bit. Joe's saying that your cat is beautiful.
I'm surprised he's still just sitting here like staring like the
Now, Crystal, I got to ask you this. I mean, it's been a hot minute since we've all gotten together and had a chat. What's been going on in the world of Crystal?
a lot.
Yeah, all good stuff.
Very much good stuff. Um so let's see, it's been over a year. 2 years ago, I ended one part of my life. I took some me time. I really threw myself into my work, my workouts. I needed my own to figure out my life and what was
Yep,
going on.
yep.
And then I found another significant other. And it has been the best year of my life.
Fantastic.
Really makes me happy, brings me down to earth. We laugh, we a lot. Like there's a lot hit from the little giggles to the little gestures to babe, you know what? Let me cook dinner tonight.
Oh, that's
It
cool.
it really warms my heart. And he has 3 kids.
Yep.
So between the two of us, we have 6.
Ooh, ooh.
Miss O,
Hang on. You're not talking Kiwi, are you?
no. No. Um, Miss O is still the only girl
Awesome.
because he has 3 boys. So, but I am starting over
Oh,
because
that's
his youngest is 6 years old.
back to square one, huh?
Yeah. So I'm a new grandma. I have a
Congratulations.
beautiful little granddaughter. She is 4 months old,
Oh,
and she's grandma's little pride and joy. And
so you're definitely starting from scratch again.
yeah, yep, yep. And I'm enjoying every minute of it. I indulge. And at first, when I first started dating Matt, and his little boy came over the one weekend while we were there, and I said, "I'll tell you what. How about you and I wake up in the morning and we'll cook daddy breakfast in bed?" "Really?" I said, "Yeah." He's like, "Okay." Well, little to my surprise, did I know that in a 6-year-old world, 5:30 in the morning was what time he got up.
Okay.
I woke up to this on the edge of the bed staring at me. "Chriso, Chriso." I was like, "What? Huh? What?" And I look over at the clock and I'm like, "It's like 5:30 in the morning. What is?" And I rolled over and I look at Matt, and Matt's on the other side of me and he's giggling like no tomorrow. He's like, "Wake up." I said, "What do you mean wake up?" He's like, "Wake up. It's time to make daddy breakfast in bed." And Matt's like, he goes, "I forgot to tell you, Judah's an early riser."
Oh, that early you can live with that.
I'm
um,
like, two worlds colliding here, kid. I'm a late riser. You're super early riser, but
yeah.
we've adapted over time, and it's something that we all laugh about.
Hang on, I've only just got to bed.
Right.
Joe's saying congratulations. He's just stringing me along as well. Kidding. He thinks I'm Uncle Fester, talking about your cat staring at me. So there we go. And Marjorie, welcome aboard, Marjorie. Nice to have you in here. As you can see, we've got Crystal in the chat from Destination Delight. So it's really nice to catch up because it's been a hot minute since we've been together. And
Yeah.
Everything is exciting. Okay, Marjorie, you're bringing up the elephant in the room, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later. The Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise is going to be real hot, let me tell you. There's some exciting things going on there. And then Joe's saying good day to Marjorie, and Michael Ann, of course, is saying good day to Marjorie. So, all right. Let me just come back 2 paces. Let's just talk about, have you been on any great cruises recently?
Me? No. If you only count the water in the backyard and in a boat, yeah. Actually, not a cruise, but we did a lot of kayaking trips this summer. So
Awesome. So you've got lots of upper arm strength.
yeah, we kayaked out to Turnip Rock, which is on Lake Huron, up around the tip of. So if you ever Michigan, guys, it's a lovely, mitten. So Lake Huron and where Turnip Rock is out here. So we kayaked out and around. Matt took me into the caves and everything, and we kayaked around it all and got some really nice photos. And that's the first time I've ever been there, and it was beautiful. And then we did a lot of 4th of July under the fireworks. Like I was out in Lake St. Clair. We put in St. Clair and we kayaked out to Lake St. Clair, and like from you to that ship away is how close we were to the fireworks.
Magic.
And we took our boats and we lined them up with the glow in the dark necklaces and our paddles because we're in little vessels.
Yep.
And the Coast Guard came out and I got all panicky thinking, because I'm not a rule breaker. I like to follow the rules. And Matt's like, you got to live a little. It's not going to hurt yourself. And we lined the boat up with everything. And the Coast Guard came over and they're like, we need to make sure you're safe. You got lights. And we were like, yep. And he did. Because Matt was in the service. So he's a veteran.
Yep.
And he knew what side to put the green light on, what side to put the red light on. And then we just went out recently because we are upgrading our game for next year. And
Mhm.
we bought us those LED lighted lights.
Oh, magic.
And Matt can program each nodule in there to do a
Mhm.
different color if we chose, or do
Oh, cool.
a section of nodules to do one color and then go into another color and then to another color. So that's going to be what we are going to do for next year. So we'll have St. Clair, Port Huron, maybe the Canada ones if we can get out there. And then Lexington, Port Sanilac, Harbor Beach, and Port Austin, we're going to do our kayak trip with.
So, Crystal, all I'm going to suggest is please make sure that those lights do not do red and blue alternating.
No, not all the way around. I'm going to play the song Bad Boys, Bad Boys.
Yeah,
What to do.
that's right. Okay, so a couple of questions in the chat there. Joe's saying, Michigan, you sound like you're near the Canadian border. You
I
are.
am, sir.
Michael Ann answered that because she said you're just across the border from her.
Yep.
Marjorie is asking, what's your last name?
My legal last name is Senzik.
And Marjorie saying good day to Joe. I was going to ask you, talking about red and blue flashing lights. At one point, you were doing paramedics, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. And I'm actually thinking about maybe going back to class and furthering my paramedic degree. So,
Mm-hmm.
and be a full on fledged paramedic, but I have to take some time off because your girl had a hip surgery and it's at least 6 months before I can even run on a treadmill. Like the protocol for my recovery
Yep.
is super extensive and slow.
Mm. So once you're all happy and healthy and all that sort of stuff, you're going to go back to paramedics?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I'm actually thinking about becoming an ER nurse.
Oh, that's exciting.
But to get into the program, it's a year and a half wait.
So one of the things that we're looking at for the rock and roll is providing our own medical assistance in the event that somebody does something funny before the medicos get on board. Guess who's going to be the resident paramedic? Only because I teach first aid, so it was going to be me and somebody else that were going to be the resident paramedics. Well, it's nice to have somebody who wants to pretend to be a nurse.
So it's a good thing I know the word staying alive, huh?
Well, yeah. Well, I use another one, bites the dust, but that it kind of works as well. Um, Joe is going ice cream in hand. He's enjoying it. Good on you, mate. You need to have a good lick for me. Hey, you may have noticed I've dropped a little bit, and that's because the chair I'm sitting on has decided it's had enough of my weight. So
I was wondering why you keep getting shorter.
yeah,
As soon as
well,
he's going to be underwater, guys, and we're going to hear.
yeah, well, we're planning that. We're planning that.
Or we could
Um,
be the SpongeBob and you live under the sea. No, I'm
yeah,
joking.
that's right. Marjorie is saying that she's friends with you on Facebook, but never saw you in person.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, that's because I left the YouTube world in 2023, 2024. I had a lot of personal things go on in my life, and I didn't want to be judged. I didn't want the rumors, so I cut everybody out and pushed everybody away so I could put what I needed to put to bed on my personal end first,
Awesome.
especially
Awesome.
when it involves a 17-year-old, but we're not going into that.
Yep. Yep. No, let's leave that at as is. All right. Now, actually, you're here to talk about all sorts of things, and one of them is about cruising.
Yeah.
And so, a couple of things I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
Um, your first cruise.
My very first cruise.
Yep.
So I have been on a total of 3 cruises now. My very first cruise was when I was 20, 21. And it was on Sovereigns of the Seas through Royal
That was
Caribbean.
last week, guys, because she's only 22 now.
I wish.
Joe, Joe is just saying personal issues take priority, and we fully agree with that.
Yeah, I agree too. So Sovereigns of the Seas was my very first cruise out of Royal Caribbean. We
Mhm.
were young, and it just went to the Bahamas and Freeport, no, in Coco Cay. And it was supposed to go back to Port Canaveral. Well,
Mhm.
the winds were bad and we couldn't get docked in Coco Cay. So we got an extra full day at Nassau.
Ooh.
And so we got 2 full days there, which was really, really nice. And that was kind of fun for my very first cruise. The second cruise, we went out of Miami and I ended up doing a 6-dayer. I cannot remember the name, but it was also through Royal Caribbean. And we went to the Bahamas, Coco Cay, Key West, and some other place. And then
Mhm.
back to Miami, and that was fun.
Yep.
My favorite cruise was October, and it was October 2023, if I'm not mistaken. Correct, Sean? 2.
Me
Okay,
too.
22. And it was with the Helping Hands for Cruising cruise, and it was there with Kenny, and it's one for the history books. That is for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, why was that one your favorite?
The community, the atmosphere with everybody, the way everybody gelled with each other. And it wasn't about what Crystal wanted. It wasn't about what Sean wanted. It wasn't about what all the other people wanted. We were all focused on one person, And that one person, we wanted to make sure he had the best time of his life.
And I
And
think he did.
I can vouch firsthand because I spent a lot of time with him.
Yeah,
He had an amazing time of his life.
well, that's awesome. And I was really quite thrilled to see the smile on his face. And I don't know if you were watching the intro, but there was a fair bit of video from that intro
Yeah.
that came out of that cruise, and it brought back a lot of memories. For example, Kenny's 37-minute giggle
Oh yeah, that and oh yeah, when you guys were all in the
buffet.
yeah, and even Sharon, is it Sharon?
Yep,
No. Yeah, her giggling and
Sarah.
all of them. Like I couldn't even the table that was behind us couldn't figure out what they were laughing about. And
Yep,
his boy was a little bit autistic, but he was giggling and he just wanted to make sure that Kenny was okay. And then
yep,
once we said, "Yep, he's fine. He's just laughing." The little boy kept, well, he's not a little boy, he's a young gentleman, but
yep.
he even got in on it, you know? And if you don't know Kenny like we know Kenny, Kenny is there for a good time. It doesn't matter who it is, what it is, or where it is. Kenny is all about the positive in life and looking at
Correct.
things from a different perspective.
Correct. And I can tell you, absolutely, Joe, people around were killing themselves laughing because Kenny was killing himself laughing, and so was Sarah, and so was um, um, Glenn, and a whole host of other people. They were all getting involved in the laughter because of that.
Yeah.
37 minutes, seriously. I think that once someone starts giggling, Kenny gets going. Actually, no. Kenny started it and got everybody going. That was the funny bit. Oh boy. All right. So, if you had your others, what would you have changed in that Helping Hands for Cruising group cruise?
What I'm sorry, what you asked me
If you,
if I had?
if you had your others, rather you had the opportunity, what would you have changed about that group cruise?
Um Nothing, to be totally honest with you. Like so at that point in time, I was just a supporter. And I
Yep.
did a lot of behind the scenes work for Helping Hands for Cruising. And I put a lot of my own time into it as well. I wasn't asked, I just did it. And it's because I truly wanted to make a difference in this one person's life. And I feel the itinerary that we put out, the if you want to join, you can join. If you don't, that's fine too. This is your cruise as well. You can do, hey, group chat. We're all meeting on the main deck for the 80s party. Come if you wish. Some people showed up later, but you know what? They showed up.
Yep.
And it, even the end, because we were on the cruise for my birthday, you know, and at the end, you guys all surprised me with a little cake and sung happy birthday. And even though the cruise wasn't about me, we still went out of our way to make other people feel welcomed and be a part of things. And, you know, and if Kenny didn't understand something, we all sat down and just talked to him about it and was like, hey, the water bottles that are on the back of your thing, don't drink those. If you need something else, we'll get you them because those are even more money than what you'd pay if you have water bottles elsewhere. Or if we all had extra water bottles. Here, Kenny, you need water? Here you go, you know?
Yep.
Those things. Like everybody was always pitching in and lending a helping hand and making that recipient like really enjoy their cruise.
Absolutely. Um, Talking about that, we're headed down the path. We've had another couple of cruises since, and we've put another 3 recipients on board. So currently, we've got 4 recipients.
Right.
We've had Kenny, we had James and Cindy Catanese, and we've also had Scott and Amber Hicks. As well as that, we also had Roxy just do the last cruise. We have a cruise coming up in 143 days. I'm going to bring that up and let people have a look at it, and then we can chat about it afterwards.
All right, sounds good.
Have you been dreaming of an Alaskan cruise? Or maybe you've taken one before and you just can't wait to go again. If so, the Helping Hands for Cruising Group Cruise is just the cruise for you. June 15th through June 22nd, 2025, you will set sail on the magnificent Norwegian Encore. This amazing group cruise will take you to Juneau, Skagway, a majestic cruise through Glacier Bay, Ketchikan, a stop in Victoria, British Columbia before arriving back in Seattle. Contact Bruce at ocean2oceantravel.com today to find out how you can be a part of this fantastic group cruise to Alaska. This is one you definitely don't want to miss.
And yes, that's one you definitely don't want to miss. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, hang on. I've just got to check. Did we win the 20 million? No, I should. Yeah, no. So we're not going on the cruises yet. We'll figure that out one tomorrow night, seeing if we made it. But interestingly enough, you know, that cruise, folks, that cruise, you guys, if you have not already been to Alaska, and also if you have been to Alaska, get on that cruise, because Bruce is taking along with him a recipient, our fifth recipient for Helping Hands, a girl by the name of Gabby. And she's going to have the most amazing time.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, if it's anything like Kenny, she's going to have the most amazing time.
And not only that, Bruce is a phenomenal TA. He really puts his hard-earned work into what you get.
Yep.
I've known Bruce for a few years now from watching the Ocean to Ocean, and he's stellar. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to send him something. Give him a little bit, because we do work. TAs do work, and you'll get a response. And if you're friends with him online, you could shoot him a message there too, and really get involved. And especially if you're a huge supporter of Helping Hands for Cruising, the more hands that they have on deck that want to help out, the better.
Absolutely.
And not only that, I mean, I'm telling you guys, you're gonna have the time of your life.
Absolutely. Because we did. And what's different? Joe has said he remembers one birthday back in 2012. He was on the way home from a coach trip to Sydney. 10 minutes from the coach operator's depot, their coach captain announced that it was his birthday.
Huh.
Seriously? Okay, so you had everyone on the coach wishing you happy birthday. How many people on the coach? 90? So you had 90 people on the ship? Seriously. No. Okay. Joe, stop advertising. That means everybody around the world is going to try and get in on our income.
Right. Hold on, Sean. I'll PayPal you some money and you can buy me some tickets.
Your money's worth more than ours.
Well, then we can get a whole lot of tickets.
Don't tell everybody.
Right.
Joe will want a piece of the action, and then we're in trouble.
We can have 3% of it. We'll keep the rest.
Talking about upcoming cruises, the cruise that's coming up with Bruce is on the Norwegian Encore, which kind of looks like this behind me. The Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise right now, there are a couple of things going on with it. We're just trying to finalize a few things. But it looks like...
Hopefully,
Well,
from what I've heard, we should have something maybe in the books by Friday.
yeah, Bruce was saying that he's hoping to have something by the end of today.
Well, I was giving him till Friday.
Yeah, I'll let you off on that in that case. Marjorie is saying you got me addicted to Helping Hands with cruising. Marjorie, you were
Good.
always addicted. G'day, David. How are you? Welcome aboard. May you ask a question? Sure, you can ask a question.
Ask away, sir. Ask away.
Sean, I've sent you my email address via iMessage. Check your iMessages. I will, but not quite while I'm on a stream. But I'll have a quick look. Okay. Oh, there we go. Joe. He's got a whole essay going on here. Seriously? I'll need my glasses. Yeah. So I'll talk about that in a minute, mate. It's going to be a good thing. Yeah, so the rock and roll tribute, we're busy putting to bed some of the things that we were looking at for the replacement. As everybody knows, NCL cancelled the Joy. That was the ship we were going to be on. So we've been hastily looking for a replacement ship, and there's been a couple of options. I do believe that the current discussions going on is going to end up putting more money in our pockets, so that's going to be awesome.
And two, well, go ahead. Keep going, Sean.
You were thinking about something?
Yeah, let me think about something.
All right. Also, there's another cruise in the works. And this one is very, very close to my heart because this is kind of like a replacement cruise. December the 29th, 2026. Sailing out of Brisbane on the Carnival Luminosa.
Brisbane, Australia?
Correct.
Okay, you know your girl can't be in like 5 different places at once, right?
Well, you're going to have to think about this one.
Well,
because we'll be spending New Year's Eve in Cairns on the Carnival Luminosa doing a 6-night cruise going from Brisbane back to Brisbane, but we're going to be doing places like Airlie Beach, Cairns, the Great Barrier Reef, Willis Island, and then back into Brisbane. Get your buns on that cruise. Joe, I did get it. Don't worry, I'll be checking it out shortly. So, get your buns on that cruise because that one we're looking at the first Australian cruise getting a recipient on board there as well. So these are all helping hands for cruises. Now, Crystal, you've put your 2 cents worth and stepped up to the plate. What's going on?
what do you mean what's going on?
What are you planning to do? Jump on the board?
I am on the board. I am coming back to Helping Hands for Cruising. Sean and I had a great discussion this morning. Well, my morning, his super early morning. And we talked about the drive and my focus and my foundation and where I want to be and what I want to do with the community. And I'm not here to take over, but I'm also not going to sit back and take no for an answer from anybody. Where there's a will, there's a way. And my passion has always been about Helping Hands for Cruising and supporting and networking and getting things taken care of and getting things done. And guys, the cruises that he has currently have talked about, you will be able to find all of that located on our Facebook page under the events. The upcoming, and I'm going to try just jump right into this, our next Cruise-a-thon. We already have the dates for that. That is also going to be underneath the community tab in the events page on our Facebook page. If you're not on the Facebook page, you need to go find Helping Hands for Cruising with the number 4 in it and get connected. So that way you can have all these dates, who you got to keep in contact with to register your time slot for the upcoming Cruise-a-thon, which is going to be in April. And I already have the time slots open and willing and ready to start booking now. And then as it gets closer, we can give you all the PR stuff for that as well. Going forward for the cruise proportion of things. We want to put the TA email out there, plus the commercial that you just saw for Ocean to Ocean will be in that event section on their cruise with Bruce's information. So that way you can contact him if you haven't been out there and want to be out there and want to be on that cruise to Alaska. You'll know exactly where to go on the event page to find that. And Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise, once those dates are back secured and we know exactly when it's going to happen, you will see the event for that to go up there. And I don't care if we put it now. Now is the time you want to get in. Now is the time you want to be involved. Don't wait a month prior to, because guys, they almost have 100 rooms booked. They have 46 left before we can expand to the next level. Once we expand to those next levels, say we get 100 more rooms and we sell out those 100 rooms, we can't guarantee that we can get another 100 because we don't know how much of the current ship is already booked. So if you want to go and we have these dates available, you need to get in to Bruce, who is our TA on this as well, and you need to go to him and say, hey, I need in on this. I need to find out how much this is going to be. The Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise is the next biggest helping hands for cruising cruise that you're going to see a majority of almost all, if not half of the board members at, and be able to communicate with one of us and be able to meet the founder, Sean and Alana, and really see their passion for things and the atmosphere of other board members' passion for things and see how well we all jive together. And it's going to make you want to be more a part of it. I'm telling you, you're going to get hooked.
Absolutely. Dave's asking this question. He's looking to do a Panama Canal cruise for September. What ship would we go on? A 20-day cruise with NCL Encore or 23-day cruise with Caribbean Princess? The cost is about $1,000 more for Princess. To be honest with you, Dave, what's more important to you is the experience. So if you if dollars is an issue, I'd be going on the Encore. I've never traveled with NCL before, so I'd be saying Caribbean Princess. But once we've had the opportunity to travel NCL, we'll give you a better heads up on that. You've basically got to take the look and say what's better for you, your hip pocket or the experience with Princess. I've never had an issue traveling on a Princess ship, to be honest. And Princess has been our main focus.
Pros and cons, guys. What
Yep.
gives you the best bang for your buck? If
Absolutely.
NCL is going to wrap you in a drink package with the price of that you're paying for your cruise and give you some Wi-Fi for free and this and that for free, and on Caribbean, which is it Royal Caribbean? Is that what he's talking about? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Princess have a ship called the Caribbean Princess.
Okay, what do they have a drink package? What's their top line? What are their gratuities? What is this? What is that? What extras are you paying for that one company might pay for and the other one might not? That's how I look at it, even as a TA perspective for myself. What is going to give my client the best bang for their buck?
Yeah,
And that's what
absolutely.
you want to look at,
Yeah.
honestly and truthfully. And if you feel that the one is about $1,000 more, but you're getting more of a bang for your buck with that cruise line, and you can wash it out at the end, what's an extra 1,000? But if not, then I would go back to the other.
Yep. Joe, Sean, I was doing that particular cruise you've chosen for the Duck Group Cruise earlier in 26. You have made my year complete so far. Mate, just freaking come and join us. We're going to have an absolute ball.
You will.
We currently have, I'll tell you now, because it's that far out, it's only 718 days. Hang on, I'll tell you exactly. It's approximately 705 days, 18 hours and 49 minutes, just as an approximation. That ship currently we have 4 cabins booked. So Joe, get your money where your mouth is. It's going to be an absolute fun. We've got Mickey Tollison. How are you, Mickey? Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. First time to see you here. 3:30 a.m. in Mississippi, U.S. time, and YouTube suggested our video. So here you are. Have a great day, guys. Thank you for popping in. Nice to see you. Marjorie's asking you a question. You and her can be roommates in Australia.
If I go to Australia, we'll probably bring the fam. That is on one of our bucket list things to do, to be honest with you.
To bring the family?
Yeah, it'd be Matt and his kids, and maybe my Olivia, and maybe if I have to, I'll bring William.
Well, William can ask me nicely, but
Uncle
Miss
Sean's
O,
gonna have lots of room for all of us.
Miss O has to come on down.
Oh,
Joe is saying to Mickey, it's almost bedtime for us. Well, kind of. It's like 8:42 p.m. So there you go. Joe is saying he to you he met us when he came down to Melbourne in 2024. They're awesome people, and he enjoyed his time with us.
right.
Thank you, mate. Well, you've got ooh, seriously. Crystal is a great leader. She's the female version of Sean. Oh my God, two Seans. Seriously.
Lord help us.
Yeah, absolutely. So Dave is saying thank you for the info. Mate, anytime. That's just our thoughts. Joe is saying I'm the same with coach travel between our capital cities. Always look at the operators I want to travel with. It costs him $130 to travel from Sydney to Melbourne and return with Firefly Express. Yeah, Firefly, good old Firefly. All right. So we've got these cruises coming up. What what are you going to be packing in your suitcase that would be useful on the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise? I mean, I'm limited to my Ziploc bag because that's what I was only allowed to bring, as you would remember.
Well, I would first start off with maybe my 80s attire
Okay.
because you never know what kind of band's going to be there.
Yep.
Then
Well,
you know
for
what?
your
Matt might even just only let me bring a carry on. So could I fit in my carry on? Let's see here. Because he knows how I pack, so that's why he said he's probably going to make me bring it. I don't know. I've lost so much weight. I don't have any clothes.
the see-through bikini will do. Amy, welcome aboard. Sorry, I understand you got to finish up packing. Thanks for popping in. I hope you're going to be leaving Pete behind, and let him look after the kids. But you're having your girls' cruise, is that right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Have an amazing time.
But you're going to have
Not a
good
huge
fun.
pillow. Amen. Amen. There's no shopping on this trip. None.
Who had
Well, not like that.
who had the huge pillow?
I did. Remember, we bought
Oh,
it there, and it was a huge U-shaped body pillow.
that's right. That's right. Joe is considering he knows two drivers for Firefly. One of them took the group to Sydney on the Sydney to Melbourne leg on his not quite 3-month-old Scania with a coach concept body. That's exciting. She's there still finishing loading the video. Okay. Get it all out of the way. Yes, she's going on the girls' cruise on Friday, but working all the way up. Hey, which ship was it, Amy? Was it the Carnival or was it the P&O? And Marjorie is saying flip-flops because she has bad feet and because she doesn't sleep. That's what she's packing.
So I'm definitely bringing lots of tank tops.
Yep.
My wardrobe consists now of tank tops, t-shirts, and yoga pants because I keep losing weight. I have like 2 pairs of jeans. I have my jeans. Oh, you don't know this. Surprise, guys. I'm now an official motorcycle rider.
What?
Yes, we have a crotch rocket. So we ride the motorcycle a lot too. That's something else.
Oh,
That's
that's
another new
exciting.
hobby I have.
You see what happens? You take some time out, and your world changes.
It does. And I never once in the last year really took videos, nothing. I just detached and put it all into my life and focused on me and make me what makes Crystal a better person.
And
And
that's
it's
right.
been the best thing that I've done. Like I'm truly am very happy.
And that's good to see. Now, this is a bit of a sad one. Okay, Amy is going on the Pacific Explorer. Now, the Pacific Explorer is one of the 3 ships currently that are owned by P&O Australia. As of March, P&O Australia becomes one of, well, it basically gets taken over by Carnival Australia. So 2 of the P&O ships are moving across to Carnival. Unfortunately, the Pacific Explorer has been sold off. So that will be leaving the fleet. So, from an Australian perspective, my city of Melbourne does not get much cruising anymore. All the cruise ships will go into Sydney and or Brisbane, and some of the ships will, well, for example, the current Pacific Adventurer, which was the old Golden Princess, is now going to be the Carnival Adventurer, and the Pacific, what was the other one? Adventurer and the come on, help me, Amy. What was the other one? I've forgotten what the other one was. That was the old princess. It was the old Island Princess, and that has now is going to go back into the Carnival fleet as one of the cruise ships there. So P&O unfortunately are closing down, but becoming part of the Carnival fleet. Joe is saying, you obviously needed the time to yourself, Crystal. You're looking absolutely amazing.
Thank you very much.
Joe has been known to lie as well. Oh, sorry.
Really,
Yeah.
Sean?
Okay. Amy is going, when we come in Monday, it's the last time she will ever be in Melbourne, which is a sad affair.
Aw.
Yep. Marjorie is saying, Crystal, I knew you was a fun and wild, crazy motorcycle lady.
Well,
Encounter, that's
here's the thing with that. It's not I like the thrill of the open road and the speed and things like that. But he's a little bit of a daredevil on the bike. And when you take almost a 45-degree turn at 45 miles an hour, it kind of gets your blood flowing. And he has learned that he can only do certain things that I like because my dad was almost killed in a motorcycle accident. So I have a little bit of a phobia still. But I mean, we enjoy it. Like we will go out on a night ride and we've rode all over the place this past summer and it was epic. Like I can't say enough. Definitely had a really good time with everything.
awesome. And let me see. Joe is giving me a serve. He's saying to me, Sean, I try to make people feel good about themselves. I prefer to give compliments over being rude. Did I, Joe? I never said you were rude. Much? No, no. Joe. Actually, let me say, when Joe came down to Melbourne, Nick P was here as well. Nick P.
Yeah.
And the 4 of us, Eline and myself, Nick and Joe, we had the most unbelievable time. We even had some spaghetti ice. You've heard somebody mention that before.
Shh, don't say it too loud. He'll be awake.
Yeah, I've only said it once. But if
Right.
I said spaghetti eyes 3 times,
Oh, that's twice. Shh.
oh, okay. Well, you did want to talk to him, didn't you?
Yeah, if we can get him awake at 5 a.m.
Nice.
his time.
um, Joe is saying that reminds him of the time he rode pillion with a friend. His Australian stumpy-tailed cattle dog was on the fuel tank and he was on the back. Yeah, that's scary. Good boy, Joe. Yep. Okay. And Joe's stating fact. Well, that's exciting. Okay. So, of all the cruises that we've spoken about, which one attracts you the most?
Like, which one is like my next eye on things?
Yep.
The Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise.
And it's going to be a big one because, folks, those that may or may not know, we are utilizing that particular cruise, the Rock and Roll Tribute Cruise, as a major fundraiser for Helping Hands. Not only will we have a couple of recipients on there, but we want to be able to fund a shipload more,
And
literally a shipload more.
from my understanding, per the meeting Ross and I had last night, he was talking to me a little bit more. There are going to be ways that people who are on board can get involved on certain things for certain fees, and a proportion of those proceeds are going to go, if you want to know, get on board.
That's where I was hoping you would go.
I got my own little. You want to know? Get on board.
Do you know that one of the functions we've got is
Yeah, I know, and it's a thing going too.
oh, don't say that one. That's a real top secret one. That one.
I heard there's going to be behind the scene top secret things going,
Shut up.
like ways to make a moolah.
Yep. Yep.
I,
Plenty.
I heard this is what I tell all the people that I come in contact with. If it's for the men, the more skin girls show, the more money we raise. And if it's for the women, the more the men are in their budgie smugglers, the prices go up, 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 up.
Well, let me say something to you, Crystal.
No, I'm not getting dressed and doing that stuff on stage. Those Lola is no longer part of that community.
I was actually going to say I had invested in a brand new pair of budgie smugglers, but you took this way over the top. Oh, folks, Lola, seriously,
She is
That
no
was-
longer part of the YouTube world.
that was a memory. As Kenny would say, I'm in the wrong chat.
Right,
Joe's going, oh my God, I wouldn't be seen for dead in a pair of budgie smugglers, not even for a dare. Mate, let me ask you a question. And Joe, you need to answer this. Which would you rather do for money to make some good money for the charity? Wear a pair of budgie smugglers or do a shoey with some Schulsters?
So while he's answering that,
Yeah.
Sean, let's talk a little bit about the past cruise-a-thons.
Yep.
Do you recall a certain past cruise-a-thon that you were speechless?
There were a couple that I was speechless, but yes, I do remember.
Where a certain few ladies caught you way off guard and your wife knew all about it, but you did not?
Let me say, Joe's just saying wearing a wetsuit was bad enough. A wetsuit is not the most flattering thing to wear either. Hey, at least with budgie smugglers is okay. Whoa. Joe would rather run around in the backyard nutty than wear a pair of budgie smugglers. or drink a can of Foster's. Yes, well, I remember when I came on and the four of you all decided that was it. That was, oh my God.
Guys, you want to talk about watching Sean turn 5 shades of red? So it was Call Me V, Michael Ann Spoiled Mama, Amethyst Hayes Adventures, and myself. And we all came up with this plan because Sean kept saying, see-through bikinis, see-through bikinis. You're going to bring your see-through bikinis. And we're all like, yeah, sure. Not happening, but yep, sure. What? And so I've come up with the plan we're going to stop Sean dead in his tracks. And when he introduced the three of us all going on board as, guests of Helping Hands for Cruising, we all had zip ups on and we put saran wrap over top of our bathing suits. And like I put avocados for like pasties and everything. They were avocado like things that you could write on, and really did it up. And when we did this and we started taking our clothes off, Sean was like he didn't know what to do. He didn't know whether to hide his face. He didn't know what to say, nothing. And then at the end of it, it so it became a thing. So if you ever hear Sean say to me, see-through bikini, it's because the next time we ran a charity thing, I hosted a whole 1 hour segment in this see-through bikini. And at the end, I even got Kenny to reveal a true pair of budgie smugglers the proper way.
That's funny. That was so funny. Joe is saying there's a problem with him running around in the nutty, though. He has a friend who lives across the road from his place who flies over his house, and he got him once.
Well,
Serious.
hello, there's blinds on the window for a reason.
When he flew over the house with a student, he had nothing but a pair of steel toe work boots on. Oh my God, that's a vision. That's a real vision. Yeah. Well, whatever it is, folks, whatever opportunity you can, if you're going with a group, the group really makes your time. You will have an amazing amount of fun.
It does.
Um,
And not everybody goes on the same excursions either. So you might go on an excursion with a few other fellow cruisers that are part of everything, and you can go with them and get to learn them more and be more involved. Or you might go on one of the, like we went when we were in Bonaire, Sean. It was you, me, Kenny,
Donovan,
Alana, Donovan, Michael Ann, Ron Sees America. Who else was there? There was one, two, three.
that was it. Out of our
No.
group, we had four. Oh, Dale.
Oh yeah, yep. Because Dale took Kenny, and
Yep,
we all had a ball. So don't be afraid to mix and mingle and get involved and be a part of something and uh, help them follow their dreams and see things for the first time and experience it for the first time. Like I didn't go to the chef's table. Kenny went to the chef's table with a bunch of people and he got a lot of surprises. I didn't do the chef's table. He got a lot of surprises there. So, and there was always time to interact with each other. And if you didn't want to do it, you didn't have to do it. Nobody's telling you you have to do something. But I highly suggest you at least try it once
absolutely.
and you won't be dissatisfied.
Correct. Um, Joe is saying to you he was well under 400 foot above him in an American Legend AL3 open cockpit light sport aircraft. The question is, what was he filming you with, or was he?
Right?
Oh boy. Anyway, guess what, Crystal? We've
It's
been
that
up an hour.
time. I know, and I'm not even tired. Surprise, surprise.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Shh, don't tell Matt. He'll make you want to do this with me every day.
Keep it clean, Sean. Keep it clean.
That's getting up early. Come on, get your mind out of there.
Sorry. Yeah.
Man.
Michael Ann is saying, why was Joe just wearing work boots? Now that is the question of the minute. Joe is saying, any who's had enough of life tonight, better get off here. Sleep time soon, mate. I hope you have an easy sleep. I know it's shocking weather. So yeah.
Good night, Joe. I hope you sleep amazingly well.
With that in mind, folks, I'm going to pull the pin on the show. Thank you very much for coming in and joining us. And well, we'll be back on Friday night, 10 p.m. Eastern, Saturday, 2 p.m. Australian time for those on our side of the pond. We will have a lot of fun having a chat, and there's some exciting things going to be coming out on Friday night, hopefully. There'll be, I'll give you a hint, there'll be my Ziploc bag and, well, whatever. There's a few things. Anyway, we'll catch up with you guys later. Take it easy. Have a great night, and thank you for popping in. Have a good day.
Bye, guys.
Come from the land down under, where the sun is hot and bright, beaches cool and waves of thunder. Morning turns to golden night. So much there is to see, my friend, from the city to the shore. Grab a stool, we'll find an end to keep us wanting more. Down under's calling, can't you hear? Echoes in the breeze, feel the magic everywhere in the rustling of the trees. Mountains rise and rivers flow, adventures wait around. Meet the world on a winding road in every little town. Oh, the land, it seems to me, with a tune as wild as sea, hands up high and voices free.